Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the homestead. It's time for a bit of maintenance today. I think I'm going to sort this out, this IBC tote. I mentioned it in our jobs video a few weeks back, and whilst I'm being pulled pillar to post at the moment, there's so much to do here. I really need to get on with some of these things which I keep pushing back, but will make a difference in doing it now. It will pay me dividends later in the year. So the problem is that this was laid flat, I'm trying to think now, 5 years ago. It's one of the first things we did when we got here. We're now in our 6th year. And whilst it's been great, what's been happening is slowly it's moved and tilted back. I think there's been moles underneath, which have let it move. I mean, it really needs a much better stable footing, a bit like we've done around the other side where it's raised off the ground on bricks, to give it a bit more head. And I need to quick look at this pallet because I think there's probably had enough, and I haven't got another pallet this size. So you can see actually right down there there's dirt from moles inside. Yeah, so we'll get this pushed over. It'll be a good time to then clean it out and get all the muck out from the bottom, which is settled. Let's turn you around. You can see the moles have been up here. There's quite a big hole where the water's gone down, which means that there was a lot of loose soil there. Pallets busted here. This is kind of level now because I've just raised it up on some bricks, but you can see where it was below, so all the water's going to the back of the tank. Not overly effective. So let's get this mounted on a tripod, and then I can push, I think, the tank over on its side. Probably the end of the days for this plastic on here, which was to stop sunlight growing algae in the tank. I might need to replace that and use this for something else less important, and see where we go from there. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to take this plastic off and unscrew the frame from the pallet. The frame, by the way, just stops the totes, the plastic bit, from expanding when it's full of water. They balloon out. If you don't have the frame, they balloon out. It doesn't take any weight at all. So it's only the pallet that takes the weight. And now I'm just going to clean it out, try and wash it out a bit. Easier said than done. But, so now just have a tidy up around and take out the old bricks, which have gone right into the ground. And then I'll need to just dig this over a bit, this place, just to get rid of any mole holes that are underneath and anything else, so that I can then compact it a bit. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but our whole property is sloping down towards the lake, so everything's on a slope. So I just measured the spaces out there with the frame, and then I'm going to compact the areas where the bricks are going to go in. Okay, so in between the last shot and this, I've been out in the workshop. I've built a frame, and I've used some of the wood that came from the old greenhouse that was here. So that's not gone to waste. That's perfect for that, albeit it needs some wood preserve on it. And I've laid out the first layer of bricks, and that corner there is much lower, so I decided rather than build up the earth, which could just fall away, it was better to start with a layer of bricks further down. So all these are now level, crossways, diagonally, straight, whatever. And what I need to do now is put the frame on to just see if I've got the bricks in the right place. And then the legs I've also cut in the workshop. I've not really missed anything, it's just me cutting wood. And I've notched them out so that the weight of the frame sits on, it's not a deep notch, but I think it'll be okay, because obviously 1,000 litres of water weighs a lot. So some of the weight goes down on the leg really. To be honest, the other frame which is around the back of the house, I didn't notch them, and that's been there 4 or 5 years now with no problem at all. So that's what you'll see me doing next. And then I think what we'll do is we'll then build the frame together, put the frame together, with the legs, and then build the inside of the frame to support the whole tank with some slats on top. So just making sure the frame is roughly there. Bearing in mind the legs go on the inside, so that's why the frame's right on the edge of the bricks. I numbered all these legs up so they go in the right place, although in theory they should all be the same size. But 1 or 2 were a bit higher, they stood a bit proud from the actual frame and they need to sit absolutely flat. So I was just checking that I'd done it right. But it's all level, that's the main thing. Still a bit of a wobble on one of the legs, which I solved later on. I think at this point I was thinking that the frame was a little bit twisted, and that's why. Then I realised that I've actually made a mistake in that front bar needs to go behind the legs, because that's where the tap is, and so it needs to be, there can't be any obstruction there where the tap comes out, where the water comes out, so it needs to sit behind the legs. But easy mistake to rectify. And then I'm just going to secure these legs with some big 10mm bolts, which I put in roughly, and then I tighten them up later on. Then I just going to raise it up a bit more with the rest of the bricks that I need. These are old bricks from various projects that we've taken down over the site. Could even be from the old chimney, actually. Now I just need to start building the. And effectively, I've built a kind of very robust pallet on top of these legs, new pallet. Though I am just taking off that proud part of the leg. So it needs that centre strut, cross beam. And my daughter's just helping with the putting the antiseptics on, which is the wood preserver. Put the slats on the top, space them out. And then the last thing to do is just to cut the notch for the tap that goes on. I'm just measuring it up there. Okay, so the tank is back on this stand, so it's time to screw it back down. Sort that wobble out on that last leg, and then just put some side struts on, side bars, partly to stop any of the leg movement, but also if you need to climb up onto the tank, which I will do from time to time. Then that's what they're for. And then last of all, I decided to renew the hose. This hose, the old hose, is really old, and it was given to us actually from someone else who had it. So it's not UV resistant. So I just replaced that piece of hose. And also because the tank's higher now, it needed it to get it up on to reach the tap, give me a bit more flexibility. Trying to work out a good way to secure these hoses to the post. I want to get the job finished today. I haven't got any proper pipe clamps, but what I did find, and reminded myself, that one's not so good, but we've got these clips for hanging tomatoes even onto the strings, and actually they're perfect for the hose, and they've got some holes to secure them, so I thought that would do the trick. Perhaps until I get something a bit better, but for now it will do. Okay, I think I'm done. So basically you got the hose down to the polycarbonate greenhouse, the hose over to the passive solar greenhouse, and then on this side there's a venturi port for sucking in liquid fertilizer, and now that the tank is nicely lifted off the ground, the liquid fertilizer can be stored underneath. I need to brew another batch. And there's some room for some other storage as well, which is quite nice. So I'm not overly pleased with that, but it is what it is, and it gives me some, I can think about how I might do it better. But it works for now, and that's the main thing. And then we can have a watering can there if we need to fill it up from the tap, sort of thing. So yeah, and you know, another meter of head height, so that should work. Nice little job done there. Ready for the season. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions or comments, do leave them below, and I will duly respond to them. Thanks for watching, and subscribing if you're subscribed, and liked if you've liked, and all that kind of stuff. And I will see you on another video very soon. Bye for now.